Shalom, everyone. How is everyone doing? It's been a while since I made a video. I wanted to make a quick video today about praying for one another and how important it is, especially during these times. This is a very narrow path. Us Hebrews, we don't do religions. We don't do man-made holidays or traditions. When you stop celebrating birthdays and pagan holidays, you'll see exactly how narrow of a path this truly is. You'll see many old friends and even family members think that you're crazy or weird. We need to stay focused now more than ever. We are in Revelations, the end of the book. We are a set apart people to Yahuwah, our Elohim, our Creator, our Father. I myself, I'm far from perfect. I admit that. I am far from perfect. I was a filthy rag prior to being called by Father Yahuwah. A filthy rag. Honestly, it's amazing and it's a miracle that he chose to speak to me. It truly is. Even now, I feel sometimes like I'm not good enough, like I'm not worth it. I have my downs. I have my ups and I have my downs. I have many of my own battles that I'm fighting as we speak. I fall short. I fall short to the glory of Yahuwah. I truly do. I really do. We are in the world, but we're not of the world. With that being said, we're still in the world. So, living in these last days, it's very easy to get caught up in the world and the things that the world are doing and what the world does. It's very easy to get caught up. Very, very easy. When I was called by Father Yahuwah, I had many flaws. I had many addictions. I smoked over a pack of Newports a day. Sometimes close to 2 packs a day. I took several different types of prescription medications as a result of a car accident that I was a passenger in 2015. It resulted into a back surgery, which resulted into more medications. My whole entire life, I would say from maybe 15, I struggled personally with addictions. I struggled with smoking. I struggled with narcotics. And even alcohol at times. I've had so many battles. To this day, I still get cravings intensely for cigarettes. I do. I get urges to relapse. I do. I'm fighting. I do. It's times can be more difficult at times than others. I'm not perfect by any means. I don't have all the answers. I'm still learning. I just want to be a humble servant to our Father Yahuwah and spread His truth, spread His message, spread His love. I have lots of issues. I get very lonely at times. I'm a single man, 34 years old. I'm going to be 35 on the 18th of this month. This is going to be my first birthday not celebrating my own birthday. My first year. Wow, 35. Where did the time go? And I mean, I'm not old, but I'm not young, you know? Where does one even meet their soulmate at this age? Anyway, I know that Yahusha will return very soon. I know that he's returning very soon. I know he's at the front door. He'll be here very, 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 very soon. It's important that we try and spread this word of truth as much as possible. We should be vessels, as humble servants, so that Father Yahuwah and His Son Yahusha could use us in His time. These are the last days. Allow Yahuwah to work through you. We should allow Yahuwah to work through us and spread His love, spread His truth, to reach a lost brother and a lost sister. None of us are perfect. Not one of us. None of us. We all fall short. Every single one of us falls short to the glory of Yahuwah. And I know glory is a pagan term, but I mean, there's a lot of words that are pagan. Glory's pagan, holy's pagan. I mean, a lot of words are pagan. A lot. The English language is filthy. I'm very aware of that. I fall short to the glory of Yahuwah. I admit that. I honestly admit that. I need Yahusha. I personally need him. I need him. If it wasn't for him, I'd be dead. I need Yahusha. I need Yahusha. I'm crying out, calling out, I need Yahusha. I do. We all do. Yahusha's blood is the only chance that I have at all for salvation. That's it. That's my one and only chance for salvation. It's through the blood of Yahushua. That's the only way. I owe my life to him. I know this. I recognize this. I know. No matter how many times we fall, we need to get back up. We need to get right back up. We need to get right back up and continue walking in the path and the footsteps of our Messiah Yahusha. With Yahusha in us, all things are possible. All things are possible with Yahusha in us. Because he who is in us is greater than he who is in the world. He who is in us is greater than he who is in the world. That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. I don't mind admitting when I'm wrong. And I'm wrong a lot. I was wrong my whole life. I was wrong my entire life. But I wanted to make this video just so I wanted to spread encouragement, spread love, spread truth. I want to be used as a vessel and to encourage somebody, because I know how it feels. I know how hard life can be, how tempting life can be, and how difficult. And sometimes we make the mistakes. We make mistakes. Sometimes we sin. And whether it be unknowingly or we fall into a trap, or we're weak, or, our flesh is weak. And I just want to give encouragement to my fellow brothers and sisters and let them know that they're not alone. You guys are not alone. I too struggle with fleshly things, and I admit that. And that's why this video is so important to me, because we're in this together in a sense. We are. We're all in this together. We're a family. We're brothers and sisters in Yahusha. And we need to pick each other up and give each other encouragement, because we already won. The battle is over. Yahusha's blood sealed it. Sealed the deal. That's why he came and he died for us. And sometimes we fall short, and the problem is we get down on ourselves. We mess up, and rather getting up and dust, we fall to the ground rather than getting up and dusting ourselves off and truly just getting right back on that path. Sometimes we let it snowball. Sometimes it piles up and we feel like we're not good enough. We're like, wow, because that happens to me. I'm sure it happens to you or somebody. I'm not saying it happens to everybody, but we need to get back up and know who our Father is, and know that our Father cannot fail. He cannot fail. If he started a work in you, he's going to finish the work in you. And you need to hear this positive encouragement, because we're in the last days. And I don't want to see anybody get knocked off and anybody lose their crown or their white robe. Okay, I want to read Romans chapter 8 for some encouragement. Romans chapter 8. I love this chapter. It's one of my favorite chapters. There is then now no condemnation to those who are in Messiah Yahusha, who do not walk according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit. For the Torah of the Spirit of the life in Messiah Yahusha has set me free from the Torah of sin and of death. For the Torah being powerless in that it was weak through the flesh, Elohim having sent his own Son in the likeness of flesh of sin, and concerning sin, condemned sin in the flesh, so that the righteousness of the Torah should be completed in us who do not walk according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit. For those who live according to the flesh set their minds to the matters of the flesh, but those who live according to the Spirit, the matters of the Spirit. For the mind of the flesh is death, but the mind of the Spirit is life and peace. Because the mind of the flesh is enmity toward Elohim, for it does not subject itself to the Torah of Elohim, neither indeed is it able. And those who are in the flesh are unable to please Elohim. But you are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit, if indeed the Spirit of Elohim dwells in you. And if anyone does not have the Spirit of Messiah, this one is not his. And if Messiah is in you, the body is truly dead on account of sin, but the Spirit is life on account of righteousness. And if the Spirit of him who raised Yahusha from the dead dwells in you, he who raised Messiah from the dead shall also give life to your mortal bodies through his Spirit dwelling in you. So then, brothers and sisters, we are not debtors to the flesh, to live according to the flesh. For if you live according to the flesh, you are going to die. But if you live according to the Spirit, you put to death the deeds of the body, you shall live. For as many as are led by the Spirit of Elohim, these are the sons of Elohim. For you did not receive the spirit of bondage again to fear, but you received the spirit of adoption, by whom we cry out, Abba, Father. The Spirit himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of Elohim. And if children, also heirs, truly heirs of Elohim, and co-heirs with Messiah, if indeed we suffer with him, in order that we also be exalted together. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the esteem that is to be revealed in us. For the intense longing of the creation eagerly awaits for those revealing of the sons of Elohim. For the creation was subjected to futility, not by choice, but because of him who subjected it, in anticipation, that the creation itself also shall be delivered from the bondage to corruption into the esteemed freedom of the children of Elohim. For we know that all the creation groans together and suffers the pains of childbirth together until now. And not only so, but even we ourselves, who have the first fruits of the Spirit, we ourselves also groan within ourselves, eagerly awaiting for the adoption, the redemption of our body. For in this expectation we were saved. But expectation that is seen is not expectation. For when anyone sees, does he expect it? And if we expect what we do not see, we eagerly wait for it with endurance. And in the same way the Spirit does help in our weaknesses, for we do not know what we should pray, but the Spirit himself pleads our case for us with groanings unutterable. And he who searches the hearts knows what the mind of the Spirit is, because he makes intercession for the set apart ones according to Elohim. And we know that all matters work together for good to those who love Elohim, to those who are called according to his purpose, because those whom he knew beforehand, he also ordained beforehand to be conformed to the likeness of his Son, for him to be the firstborn among many brothers. And whom he ordained beforehand, these he also called. And whom he called, these he also declared right. And whom he declared right, these he also esteemed. What then shall we say to this? If Elohim is for us, who can be against us? That's powerful. Truly, he who did not spare his own son, but delivered him up on behalf of us all, how shall he not, along with him, freely give us all else? Who shall bring any charge against Elohim's chosen ones? It is Elohim who is declaring right. Who is he who is condemning? It is Messiah who died, and furthermore is also raised up, who is also at the right hand of Elohim, who also makes intercession for us. I've heard Yahushua Messiah fighting for me. I've heard it. Wow. I've heard him. I heard his own voice. Wow. He loves us. I tell you that right now. He died for us. He loves us. Wow. That was... Who shall separate us from the love of the Messiah? Shall pressure or distress or persecution or scarcity of food or nakedness or danger or sword? As it has been written, for your sake we are killed all day long. We are reckoned as sheep of slaughter. But in all this we are more than overcomers through him who loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor messengers, nor principalities, nor powers, neither the present, nor the future, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Elohim, which is in Messiah Yahusha, our Master. Wow. Nothing can separate the love of Yahuwah Elohim from his children. Absolutely nothing. Wow. That is powerful. That's one of my favorite chapters in the whole scriptures. One of them. With that being said, I want to just spread encouragement, and I encourage you all to do the same thing. I want to spread the truth, and most importantly, I want to spread love. Without love, you have nothing. Without love, you have absolutely nothing. The two most important commandments are based on love. The most important part of the Torah, the instruction. The Torah is love. Torah is love. It's instructions. It's love. But love Yahuwah Elohim with all your heart, with all your mind, and with all your soul. And love your neighbor like you love yourself. All the commandments hang on those two. Every single one of them. We need each other right now. We need each other, brothers and sisters. I love you guys. Honestly, I do. I love you guys. That's why I make these videos, because I actually care. I actually care. That's why I do the research on some of these videos, and you know, I just want to spread the truth. There's so many lies and fake, just false doctrines, and we need to pray for one another in these last days. Honestly, we really, really do. Please pray for me, and I will keep you all in my prayers. According to the will of Yahuwah, may he forgive all of you and protect you all, guard you, and most importantly, keep you for eternity. I pray in the name of our powerful Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach. Keep one another in your prayers, everyone. I love you all. Shalom.